The next thing probably you can do yourself is we may do some experiment here, like we did before. You see, again, look at these two. You have a arctan is arctan 1 over radical 3 is pi over 6 here. Okay, but if you act cosine on both sides, cotang in this case, on both, not cot, we are talking about tang, so here do tang. Do tang. Let me rewrite this page. Throw this one away. You have a arctan pile. I have to use another one. Arctan 1 over radical 3 is pi over 6. I'm copying this one. And then this was from value to an angle. Now you may think, put tangent right here, because that's the angle you get. This is the angle now. Angle, the value is pi over 6. Tangent pi over 6 is 1 over radical 3. Okay? So what we get here is 1 over radical 3. Again, these two are the same. Okay, so in general, we have a tang arc tang x is just what? Is just x, and here x is all the real numbers. This is useful. I'll give you an example in a minute. Okay, basically you see, since it's like that, that means what? I can give you an example right here. Arctan 1 over 10. What is that? That's 1 over 10. Arctan negative, what do you want here? 3 over 17. That's negative 3 over 17. Okay. All right. This is the one you started with arctan. Okay. How about you may start right here is what? You probably can predict. Let me write a folder, because I need to scan this one and give to you. I believe you need it. Okay? So you may start with what? Tang. Instead of arctan, you start with tang. Which number you like to try? You may try negative. Okay, let's try a negative number then here. This one. Okay. Tang, we know tang negative pi over 3 equals negative radical 3, the one right here. Tangent negative pi over 3 is radical, negative radical 3. Okay, now you want to do, you have a value now. If it's a value, you do arctan. You do arctan. Oh, arc. Say arctan. Okay, and here was negative. You want to use the parentheses. So let me use parentheses here. Like that. Arctan negative radical 3 is negative pi over 3. So again here, what do we get? I need a nice pen. Maybe just use, yeah, this pen is a nice pen right here. This value are the same. So what do we get? We then have an arc, tangent, x is just x. Okay? Yeah, this works for every values right here. You can see that. So it works for every value. Okay, on the boundary. Then you know what was our x. Arctan is the output. Output is restricted to negative pi over 2 to the positive pi over 2. So this one is restricted to the negative pi over 2 to the positive pi over 2. X is restricted. We'll give you the example if here x is not in this, here is positive. If it's not in this range, then how are we going to handle the case? Okay? But right now, I don't want to make things complicated. Make things complicated to you. I just want to show you. You can use this to solve this identity to do some examples. For example, if I give you this question, like arctan negative pi over 10, what do we get? Negative pi over 10 is inside here. Okay? So you may just write, easy. That's that. Okay? As long as it's inside here, you directly have the answer. Okay? Later on, I will show you how to handle if this value is not inside. It's still defined. Okay? So that's the example later on. Remember, arctan, arcsine, cosine, remember is that sometimes people don't write arctan. They write what? Tang inverse. Okay, and then tang negative pi over 10. So those two are the same thing. So arctan, tangent inverse are the same thing. So are the cases for arcsine. Sometimes people write sine inverse. Arccosine, cosine inverse. Okay. So basically down here, that's the thing for arctan. So for arctan, what did we actually talk about? Again, we restricted our domain from negative pi over 2 to the positive pi over 2. And then range is from negative infinity to positive infinity. That's for tangent. Okay. From there, we know we need to consider angles in quadrant 4, and 1 is because negative pi over 2 to the positive pi over 2. So we restricted that. And also from here, you want to keep in your mind, here the range is from negative infinity to the positive infinity. So the domain for inverse function will be from negative infinity to positive infinity. Here the domain is from negative pi over 2 to the positive pi over 2. And here the range is that. Okay, for arctan. That's the picture. And how does the picture look like? Remember, it is banded in the horizontal direction. That's the picture. Okay? And also, what you get is that we have a domain. We have a special values all down here. This is our starting point. After that, you say we have identities, and those are the examples. Okay? Yeah. And the actually you see for arcsine, arcsine, arccosine, arctan, they all have the same identities. Okay? So we have a graph, we have identities, and then